here's one here. Go take a look through your site and ask yourself this question. Does it look like you're still in business? Let me give you one example of what I mean. Here's a good looking site, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you can see that on screen, but the arrow is pointing to copyright 2020 in the footer. It's a heinous crime as far as I'm concerned. And all of these things are tiny, Stephanie, okay? Not one thing that I'm talking about today is going to step change your business overnight. I'm not suggesting it is. However, it's about a combination of things, about layering on all these different elements goes to create an impression. And that impression needs to show that you are authentic, as I mentioned, that you look up to date. If your footer says 2020, what does that mean about how you manage a customer's IT, as an example? You know, are you still sort of lackadaisical, if that's a good word to use? Are you not focusing on the detail? And that to me is an example of that. Other things around, is your site up to date? Quite often you'll click on a latest news button and see that the last news was published in 2018. And so that's not so good. There's a simple answer to that. If you've got a whole load of blog posts and you don't publish regularly, go into your template, modify a style, and just simply remove the date or timestamp from those posts. And then in a second, you have evergreen content. It doesn't matter when the last blog post went out, you will always look up to date because there's no timestamp on it. Other things I also see, we're 2 and a bit years now with COVID kind of almost behind us to a certain extent. I still see references to it and apologies for not being able to answer the phone in good time. It's like they've got to go now. I mean, if you still need to have a statement of some kind, it needs to be buried away. But I'm still seeing it on header bars, and for me, that's just showing that people are not keeping up to date with their sites. And I'm also seeing quite a lot of events still posted, which happened a year or two ago. And again, it just shows that people aren't paying enough attention. So get it accurate and make it look like you are currently still in business. So that's another thing I would recommend. These dozens and dozens of reviews that I've done, so many have either no or very little social proof. And it blows my mind, particularly for companies who've been in business for, 10 years, to have no Google reviews or to have no happy customers or testimonials page on the site. Heinous crime that needs to be reversed.